Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're going way back, 1916, exploring this article on automatic drawing from an art magazine called Form.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah, and it's all about like unlocking this creativity you might not even know you have.
Right,
Yeah.
it really challenges how we think about like artistic skill.
Yeah.
You know? The idea that true art isn't just about like copying what we see,
Right.
but tapping into something way deeper.
Okay, so imagine like you're not trying to draw a perfect portrait or landscape,
Yeah.
but instead you're letting your hand just move, almost unconsciously, guided by something other than your everyday thoughts.
The article really pushes this selective conscience thing. It goes beyond just surface appearances.
I like that selective conscience.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like our subconscious mind sees and understands things our conscious mind misses.
Yeah, that's what I was picking up on too. The author suggests using scribbles to access the subconscious. It's almost like how we analyze dreams for hidden meanings.
Exactly. It's like our subconscious is speaking through these visuals, like a
Right.
code almost. And these seemingly random marks can actually hold the seed of an idea, the starting point,
Oh, interesting.
that an artist can then develop into something more.
That makes me think about how even something as personal as handwriting can reveal something about our personality. Is there a connection there?
Absolutely. Handwriting is totally unique to each person,
Right.
shaped by years of like habitual subconscious movements. So it's a visual representation of how our minds work, even when we're not consciously directing it.
So automatic drawing could be seen as like pushing that idea even further,
Right.
uncovering even deeper layers of ourselves.
Precisely. And the fascinating thing is how the article frames this technique
Okay.
as a way to break free from artistic conventions, almost like a rebellion against the rules.
But isn't all art in some way about personal expression?
Yeah.
What makes this approach so unique?
That's a great point. I think what sets automatic drawing apart is the emphasis on bypassing the conscious mind's filters.
Okay.
It's about getting to this raw, unedited form of expression that's often hidden beneath our learned techniques and societal expectations.
So it's about giving voice to that selective conscience we were talking about.
Yes,
The part of us that sees and feels things on a deeper level.
exactly. The article uses this powerful phrase.
Okay.
It says that automatic drawing offers a power and a liberty elsewhere undiscoverable.
Wow.
It's a bold statement, suggesting that this technique can tap into this creativity.
Yeah.
That's truly unique and liberating.
That liberty idea is really intriguing. Could you elaborate on what that might mean in practice?
Well, think about how many limitations we place on ourselves creatively.
Oh, yeah.
We worry about what people will think,
Right.
or if our art is good enough.
Right.
But automatic drawing encourages us to just let go of those constraints and simply create,
I like that.
allowing whatever wants to emerge to come through without judgment.
It's almost like giving ourselves permission to be truly free in our expression.
Exactly. And by doing so, we might unlock this creative potential
Right.
that we didn't even know we had.
Now, speaking of unlocking potential,
Yeah.
the article briefly mentioned something called sigils.
Yes.
Can you shed some light on what those are and how they relate to this whole process?
Certainly, sigils are basically symbols created with a specific intention in mind.
Okay.
They're used in various mystical traditions, often as a way to focus energy and manifest desires.
So they're not just random doodles, they're infused with a specific purpose.
That's right, creating a sigil.
Okay.
It's a form of focusing your intention,
Right.
like translating this abstract desire into a visual language that your subconscious can understand.
And how do they tie into automatic drawing? Is it about incorporating them into the drawings?
That's one approach, but it can be even simpler than that. Just focusing on a sigil before you even start drawing.
Right.
It can help quiet your conscious mind and set the stage
Interesting.
for deeper exploration.
So it's almost like a mental cue to shift your awareness into that non-conscious state that we've been talking about.
Exactly. The sigil acts as a bridge between your conscious desire and your subconscious creativity, helping to align them for a more powerful experience.
This is getting really fascinating. It's like we're piecing together a map to this hidden world within ourselves. I'm eager to learn more about how to actually achieve this state of non-consciousness and what we might discover there.
That's precisely what we'll delve into next. We'll explore some of the techniques the article suggests for inducing this state and how to approach automatic drawing in a way that unlocks its full potential. Stay with us. Welcome back to our deep dive into automatic drawing. Before the break, we were talking about that idea of non-consciousness.
Right, like stepping from a bustling city into a quiet forest. How can we actually get to that state?
Well, the article suggests a few methods. Actually, some are quite intriguing.
Okay.
One is to concentrate on a sigil,
All right.
which we discussed earlier. It can help bridge your conscious intention with your subconscious creativity.
By focusing on a symbol that represents our desire,
Yeah.
we're kind of giving our subconscious a clear direction.
Exactly. Another method mentioned is to exhaust mind and body pleasantly. Now, this might sound counterintuitive,
Okay.
but think about activities that put you in that flow state.
Like getting lost in playing music.
Yeah.
Or even a repetitive task, like gardening.
Yes. These activities can quiet the conscious mind because they're absorbing its attention, allowing the subconscious to rise to the surface.
It's like giving your conscious mind a break,
Yeah.
letting it relax, while the deeper parts of you come out to play.
And this ties into another interesting suggestion from the article.
Okay.
Wishing in opposition to the real desire.
Wait, how can wishing for the opposite of what we want possibly help?
The idea is to create this internal tension,
Okay.
this push and pull between your conscious and subconscious desires. And this tension can actually spark this unexpected creative energy, like a lightning strike
Oh, wow.
between two opposing forces.
Almost like tricking the conscious mind, right?
Yeah.
While it's focused on one thing, the subconscious is free to explore these other possibilities.
That's a great way to put it. And finally, the article really stresses the importance of training your hand to move freely.
Okay.
It suggests these practice exercises
Yeah.
where you're making simple shapes with a continuous flowing line.
So it's about cultivating a sense of freedom and spontaneity in the act of drawing itself.
Precisely. It helps you loosen up, letting go of the need for perfection and allowing your hand to become this instrument of your subconscious.
You know, it's fascinating to me
Mm-hmm.
how this article, published over a century ago,
Right.
connects these concepts of the subconscious and creative expression.
Right.
It seems like these ideas were still so new back then, yet they resonate so strongly with us today.
Yes. It speaks to this timeless human fascination with the hidden depths of our minds. What's remarkable is that the article doesn't limit the benefits of automatic drawing to just art.
Really?
Yeah, it suggests it can offer guidance in other areas of life,
Interesting.
even help us make decisions and solve problems in a more intuitive way.
That's a bold claim. How can scribbling on paper possibly help us make better decisions?
Well, the article suggests that by tapping into our subconscious, we're accessing this deeper wellspring of wisdom.
Okay.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Our subconscious is constantly processing information,
Right.
forming connections that our conscious mind might miss.
So instead of overthinking things, we can let our intuition,
Yes.
that gut feeling, guide us.
Exactly. It's about trusting that deeper knowing within us. The article even suggests this process can help us overcome fears and anxieties that might be holding us back. It's like our subconscious holds the keys to unlocking not just our creative potential, but our full potential as human beings.
That's powerful. It's almost like automatic drawing becomes a tool for self-discovery and personal growth.
And the article takes it even further,
Oh.
suggesting that accessing our subconscious can lead to this sense of illuminism or ecstatic power.
Those are potent words. What do they mean in this context?
Well, illuminism refers to this heightened awareness, seeing the world in a new light,
Yeah.
gaining insights previously hidden, and ecstatic power speaks to the transformative potential. It's like accessing the source of energy and inspiration
Right.
that empowers us to make positive changes in our lives.
So it's not just about creating art. It's about tapping into this deeper wellspring of wisdom and power
Yes.
that can truly transform us.
Exactly. And that transformation can extend to challenging those limiting beliefs and patterns of thought that we all carry.
It's like hitting the reset button on our mental operating system,
Exactly.
clearing out old programs that no longer serve us.
Precisely. By accessing our subconscious, we can confront and release those negative thoughts and emotions that prevent us from living fully. The article even suggests potential for healing physical ailments, recognizing the mind-body connection.
Wow. That's a lot to unpack. From artistic expression to personal growth and even physical healing, it seems there's so much more to automatic drawing than meets the eye.
And all of this, the article emphasizes, hinges on approaching automatic drawing with an open mind and a willingness to surrender to the process.
It's about letting go of control,
Yeah.
embracing the unknown, and trusting that our subconscious mind holds the wisdom and guidance we need.
But before we get too carried away with the potential benefits, let's
Yeah.
address this key question you raised earlier. How do we even know this subconscious actually exists? Is there any scientific basis for all of this?
That's a good point. It all sounds fascinating. But it's important to ground these ideas in reality.
Well, remember, the article we're discussing is from 1916.
Right.
Back then, the concept of the subconscious was still relatively new.
Right.
Psychology and neuroscience have come a long way since then.
So are you saying there's scientific evidence to support the existence of this hidden world within us?
Absolutely. We now understand that a significant portion of our brain activity occurs below the level of conscious awareness. Some estimates suggest that up to 95% of our brain activity is unconscious.
That's incredible. So we're only consciously aware of a tiny fraction of what's actually happening in our minds.
And this unconscious activity plays a vital role
Wow.
in shaping our thoughts, emotions, behaviors. It influences everything from our decision-making
To our relationships,
Yeah.
to our overall well-being. We're all walking around with these vast, untapped reservoirs of potential within us.
It's mind-blowing to think about. So techniques like automatic drawing
Yeah,
are actually tapping into this vast unconscious realm,
exactly.
providing a window into a world we're usually not even aware of.
And the article argues that this access can benefit our lives in countless ways.
This is all so inspiring. It's shifting my whole perspective on automatic drawing. It's not just a quirky art technique.
No.
It's a doorway to the hidden depths of our being. But before we move on, I'd love to hear a little more about how to practically incorporate sigils into the process, like you mentioned earlier.
Of course. A sigil is essentially this personalized symbol you create,
Okay.
imbued with a specific intention or desire.
So it's like a visual representation of a goal or aspiration we want to manifest.
Exactly. The creation of a sigil itself involves this process of focusing your intention, translating that abstract desire into this symbolic form, and then charging it with your energy. So it's not just about drawing a pretty symbol. It's about imbuing it with meaning and intention.
That's right. And while the article doesn't delve into the specifics of creating and using sigils,
Right.
we can explore that further another time.
Right. Maybe that's a whole deep dive on its own.
Yeah.
But just to connect it back to automatic drawing, how would we use a sigil in that context?
Well, the article suggests that focusing on a sigil during your drawing practice can help quiet the conscious mind even further.
Okay.
It acts as this focal point, a bridge between your conscious intention and the subconscious world you're seeking to access.
So it's like planting a seed of intention in the fertile ground of our subconscious,
Yeah.
allowing it to take root and grow through the process of automatic drawing.
Beautifully put. It's like adding another layer of depth and intention to the process, guiding your creative exploration towards a specific outcome.
This is all so fascinating. I can't wait to delve deeper into both sigil magic and automatic drawing, but I'm also eager to hear more practical tips and guidance on how to actually get started. Perhaps we can explore that in the next segment.
Absolutely. We'll provide some tangible steps anyone can take to begin their own journey into the world of automatic drawing. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We've been exploring automatic drawing, uncovering its potential for creative expression, personal insight, and even tapping into that mysterious subconscious realm.
And as promised, we're here to offer some practical guidance
Right.
for anyone ready to experience this for themselves.
You know, after all this talk about unlocking hidden potential and accessing deeper wisdom, I have to admit I'm feeling a bit intimidated. What if I just end up with a page of random scribbles?
That's a common concern. But remember, this isn't about creating a masterpiece.
Right.
It's about the process, the exploration. Think of it as a journey inward, a conversation with your subconscious.
Okay. That helps ease the pressure.
Huh.
So where do we even begin? What supplies do we need? Do I need a fancy art studio?
Not at all. Simplicity is key. A blank sheet of paper and something to draw with. A pen, pencil, charcoal, whatever feels comfortable. And one important rule, no erasers allowed.
No erasers. Why is that?
Because this is about embracing the unexpected, letting go of the need to control or correct what emerges.
Right.
Each mark. Even the ones that seem random or like mistakes, it's all part of the process.
I see. It's about trusting the flow.
Hmm.
So, no erasers check. Blank paper check. What else should we keep in mind?
Finding a quiet space where you can be undisturbed for a while is helpful. Some people like to play calming music, dim the lights.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever creates a sense of relaxation and focus. It's about creating an environment where you can tune out external distractions and tune into your inner world.
Okay, environment set, pen in hand, ready to channel my inner artist.
Now what?
To start scribbling randomly.
Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths to center yourself. Then just let your hand move across the paper. Don't think about what you're drawing. Just allow the movement to flow naturally. You might even try focusing on your breath as you draw.
Oh, interesting.
Letting each inhale and exhale guide your hand's motion.
It sounds almost meditative.
Yeah.
Like a moving meditation.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
It's about quieting that constant chatter of your conscious mind and allowing your subconscious to express itself through your hand.
But what if my hand freezes up? What if I just can't seem to let go and scribble freely?
That's perfectly normal, especially at first. It takes practice to loosen the reins of your conscious mind.
Right.
If you find yourself hesitating, try focusing on a single word, a simple image, or even that sigil we talked about earlier. Let that be your anchor, your starting point.
So it's like giving my hand a gentle nudge, a subtle suggestion to get it moving.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to experiment with different techniques. Try using both hands simultaneously, or switch to your non-dominant hand. You might even try closing your eyes and letting your hand wander freely across the page, exploring the texture and boundaries of the paper. The key is to find what helps you relax, let go, and tap into that intuitive flow.
This is starting to sound like a lot of fun. It's like giving yourself permission to play, to explore without judgment or expectation.
Exactly. It's about rediscovering the joy of pure, unadulterated creativity.
Now, once we've finished our automatic drawing session, we're left with this: creation. How do we approach interpreting what we've created? Is every swirl and line a secret message from our subconscious?
Not necessarily. Remember, this is a journey of exploration, not a clinical analysis. There's no right or wrong way to interpret your drawings. It's more about approaching them with curiosity, noticing what stands out to you.
So it's more about the feeling, the intuition,
Yeah.
rather than trying to decode it like a secret code.
Exactly. What shapes, patterns, colors catch your eye? What emotions or memories do they evoke? Trust your gut instincts. You might find that some drawings resonate deeply with you, while others remain a mystery. That's all part of the process.
It's like a visual conversation with your subconscious, a way to get to know those hidden parts of yourself.
Beautifully put. And as you continue to practice, you might start to notice recurring themes or symbols emerging. These can offer valuable insights into your deeper desires, fears, motivations. It becomes a visual journal of your inner world.
And like any journal, it's a record of growth and transformation. Each drawing captures a snapshot of where you were at that moment, offering a unique perspective on your journey. This has been such a fascinating deep dive. I feel like we've uncovered a treasure trove of insight and possibility.
And we've only just scratched the surface. The beauty of automatic drawing is that it's an ongoing exploration, a practice that continues to evolve as you do.
To our listeners, I encourage you to give automatic drawing a try, to embrace the mystery and magic of your own subconscious mind. You might be surprised by what you discover.
As we always say on the deep dive, stay curious, keep exploring, and never stop learning. Until next time.